If you can solve this, I'll give you my position. But I doubt a high school dropout like you can manage it. What's the matter? Go ahead and try. At the company's social event, the department head, Brian, challenged me with a difficult math problem. He clearly believed there was no way I could solve it, so he was smirking. Michael, a Kyoto University graduate, was also laughing and mocking me. I hesitated for a moment, then started working through the equations in my head. I solved it. The Maclaurin series expansion for log 1 plus x, the answer is -1. What? Did you solve that in your head? Who is this guy? I thought he was a high school dropout. Brian and Michael were making a fuss. They were probably wondering how someone like me could solve a difficult math problem. My name is David Smith, a 26-year-old man. I recently secured a job. But I'm just working as a temp. As an unskilled worker, I couldn't land a full-time position. I've been assigned to a large IT company. It seems to be a very busy place, where they can't manage without temp workers. Everyone was intensely focused on their monitors, and the desks were littered with energy drinks, showing just how busy it was. I was worried about being assigned to such a demanding company. The atmosphere was heavy and somber, and no one was chatting idly. I understood that the workplace isn't a place for socializing, so there was no time for idle chatter, but it didn't seem friendly or open either. But as a temp worker, I had no say in the company culture. All I could do was perform the tasks assigned to me. When I went to greet Brian on my first day, he looked at me and laughed. "Are you David, the temp starting today? Do your best, we're very busy here. Although, I doubt someone like you can handle it." Yeah. Aren't you a high school dropout? Why would they send a dropout here? Everyone here is a graduate of elite universities. They're all from national colleges or reputable private ones. The temp agency must be out of their minds. I'll do my best, thank you. Sure. Try your best. Not that I expect much. I thought he seemed mean. Actually, he was mean. I came here determined to do my best, so why did he have to talk to me like that? Starting off with such negativity was really disheartening. I was shown to my seat, which the previous occupant had left in a terrible state. The desk was a mess, with dirt and stains everywhere. I was so frustrated by how filthy the desk was that I wanted to ask the previous user what they did to make it this dirty. There were coffee stains, eraser shavings, and blue and black ink smudges, possibly from leaking pens. There were also what looked like snack crumbs, making it extremely unsanitary, so I borrowed some alcohol spray and scrubbed the desk clean. Even though I couldn't remove all the stains, it looked a bit better. Next to me sat a man named Michael. He had oily side-parted hair and wore a slim suit. He had good looks, like someone you might see in a movie. Michael explained the tasks I needed to do, and I got started. "Well, someone like you probably can't handle this, though." What he said made me feel bad. It's true that I'm at the bottom. I've drifted from job to job without a solid work history. As a temp worker drifting from job to job at my age, I must seem like the lowest of the low to the full-time employees at large companies. But I thought it was unnecessary to say that at first meeting. Annoyed, but grateful for the instructions, I quietly got to work. The tasks were straightforward and monotonous, so I started feeling drowsy. Staring at the monitor for so long made my mind feel foggy and my eyes tired. I managed to complete my assigned tasks on the first day and went home. The next day, I was pleasantly surprised to learn they were holding a welcome party for me. I felt a bit happy, thinking maybe even someone like me was being welcomed. There were other temp workers too, and it seemed like the party was for all of us, but the others were mostly part-time housewives. I was the only man and felt a bit embarrassed, but I appreciated being welcomed. Excited about which restaurant we would go to, I worked hard that day. The welcome party was held at a nice izakaya. The housewives mentioned they rarely had the chance to drink outside due to family responsibilities, so they were happy to enjoy the event. They probably left all the household duties to their husbands for the evening. As a single person, I didn't mind staying out late, but I realized how tough it must be for housewives with families. The food at the party was lavish. Even though it was an izakaya, it was a fancy one, serving sashimi with whole fish and fatty tuna. When I tried to eat some fatty tuna, Michael quickly snatched it away and smiled mockingly. Then, "This is too good for a high school dropout," he said, eating it with relish. I thought, what a jerk, and felt angry. When I tried to eat some silver-skinned fish, Brian took it all with his chopsticks and ate it gleefully. The silver-skinned fish here is amazing. The texture is perfect. Ah, beer and sashimi after work are the best. Oh, sorry, did you want some? My bad. Oh, no, it's fine. A high school dropout like you shouldn't be eating this anyway. Here, have some garnish, like this radish. It's delicious. No, thanks. How about this chrysanthemum, then? No, thanks. Brian kept offering me the garnish and the chrysanthemum from the sashimi. I didn't want to eat that, and it made me angry to think he was doing it on purpose to be mean. Why did I have to be treated this way at a welcome party? They were kind to the other temp workers but cold to me. They must think a male temp worker is the lowest of the low. Maybe that's how society sees it. There's a tendency to believe men should work full-time and be strong breadwinners. Even though I think everyone should have their own way of working, that old-fashioned view still lingers. Brian was drinking heavily and was very drunk. He probably had around 5 bottles of beer, and I was worried just watching him. Michael was also drinking a lot and was already quite drunk. I thought it was ridiculous that they were getting drunk at a party meant for the temp workers. The two of them started bragging about their past achievements, acting all superior. Apparently, Brian graduated from the University of Tokyo and Michael from Kyoto University. They were comparing their entrance exam scores. Brian boasted about scoring 85% on the math section of the common test, while Michael said he got 95% in math and English on the center test. Listening to their intellectual boasting was boring, and the other temp workers looked very uncomfortable. Brian was about 55 years old, and Michael was 36. It was sad to see them bragging about past glories at their ages. But they probably didn't realize how pathetic they seemed and kept bragging. I originally studied science but switched to humanities, so I'm good at math. That's why I scored 85% on the math section of the common test. Even though I'm a humanities student. And I got a perfect score in English too. That's impressive, Brian. You're the best. Oh, come on, Michael, flattery won't get you anywhere. No, seriously, it's amazing. Being good at math even after switching to humanities. And you graduated from the University of Tokyo. And you graduated from Kyoto University, the pride of the West. There's no way we can beat the University of Tokyo. That's not true. Kyoto University is the best in Kansai. And it's known for its liberal atmosphere, producing all kinds of geniuses and unique characters. Well, there are certainly a lot of quirky people. We have costume graduations and even hot pot parties during classes. The University of Tokyo has more of the bookworm types, so it's a bit different, but both are great universities. And Sarah, you graduated from a good university too, right? Ha! Suddenly addressed, Sarah, a woman holding a Kalpas sour, placed it on the table. She looked puzzled. Sarah, didn't you graduate from the School of Engineering Science at Osaka University? Were there few girls? Yes, that's right. Engineering is usually full of men. Yes, there are many men. Sarah graduated from Osaka University with a degree in science. That means there are 3 graduates from former imperial universities here. As expected from a top-tier company, the employees' educational backgrounds are impressive. The University of Tokyo is Japan's top university, Kyoto University is the leading national university in Kansai. And Osaka University is a former imperial university known for its strong science programs. I'm sure if I look around, I'll find more graduates from other former imperial universities or prestigious private universities. Among the temp staff, there might be someone who is now primarily a housewife but actually graduated from Keio University or Waseda University. I had heard rumors that we had to be smart to be sent to this company, so I assumed that was the case. Then Brian looked at me and started saying something mean with a grin. Hey David, are you good at math? I think I'm okay. He says he's okay. A high school dropout who says he's good at math. Being good at math means graduating from an engineering department. A high school dropout's idea of being good at math is probably solving